Whew. Oh man. Okay. Once again, I hate the sun. I'm getting absolutely tired of this sun sometimes, but it's okay. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda stream, where I stream pain and me having absolute brain rot over the Legend of Zelda because I've been doing nothing but consuming that game for the last 3 weeks. Man, the game looks pretty fun. I have absolutely no ability to play it because I don't have a Switch, nor do I feel like playing it. So I'm just watching a playthrough on YouTube while also doing some art, because why not? The video is 22 hours long. I'm only 14 hours into it. 14 hours and 34 minutes. So that shows you my dedication to actually watching the game and figuring out what is happening. So anyway, yeah, so today we got some Link and Sheik action, because I was like, why not? I'm thinking about the background and everything. I have something in place, but you know, we're just gonna jump right in and figure out everything. Excuse me if my son the entirety of the sun just comes back into the room, because I'm trying not to have the camera blowed out, but at the same time, it looks like I'm just in the clouds of heaven right now. I'm not mad at that at all, but yeah, no spoilers, Mama Luigi. How do you do? No spoilers at all. Nothing that I do here is a spoiler, and understand this. I'm halfway paying attention to the walkthrough, so I can't really spoil anything. Well, this isn't a spoiler. I'll say that. It's really cool though. This is a really cool concept. I actually like broken swords, so that's really cool. I was working on that too. I painted this one partially from reference, and also kind of like just stole everything. So yeah, no spoilers here. No spoilers. As far as I can tell, there's no spoilers. I'm gonna take that off now. All right. So I was cooking, make me food. You weren't hungry anymore. That's a shame. That's okay though. I'm absolutely not even hungry. Speaking of being hungry, let me pour a fresh batch of lemon water. I started putting the lemon water. Well, I started putting the lemon juice in first, and then freezing it overnight, and then I just let the juice get. I just let the juice come through the juice. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. It tastes good though. Feels good to not know what you're talking about. Anyway, like I said, no spoilers for this stream, but we will be having some fun. And if I go silent for like 5 minutes or so, it's because I'm looking at the walkthrough, which is right here. So don't worry about that. Anyway, other than all that, I think we have all the preliminaries out of the way. I think possibly, maybe. Let's see. Hold on. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. All right, great. All right. So we are on to coloring. This is probably one of the earlier outfits that you get in the game. Also, you get it in the previous game too. So again, not a spoiler. I like this outfit because I kind of wanted to have Link's arm being shown off a little bit. Oh, I do have some screenshots here as well. I have some screenshots right here. Again, this is from the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the game. 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Jack. How do you do? I just needed I needed some references for colors. Let's see. All right. Let's erase body parts first before we start doing anything. Brighten this up because I can't see. There we go. overall, I will say the game is absolutely great. Short review that I've been seeing though, the game is very similar to God of War Ragnarok and what's the other game? Horizon Forbidden West. Is it Forbidden? Yeah, Forbidden West. Zero Dawn was the first one. So this game is basically a continuation of the last game in the best way possible, just with a new story and everything. And I like that. I really like that. You see it a lot with. You see it a lot with, again, God of War Ragnarok and Horizon. And then there's another game that's a sequel that does the same thing. It's really cool though. I find that concept in games currently very interesting, where you just use mostly the same world, add on to it, have some fun with it, add a new story, add some new characters while introducing some old, or possibly moving on with some new characters and all that good stuff, and then just doing it. I'm like, huh, that's really cool. Again, it's just a weird trend that I have been noticing as I, watch playthroughs and try to get games and stuff. But there's only so much I can do. So I have no time to play games right now. I say that as I also am the same person who has 2 books that he's reading at the same time while also writing a book. Anyway, I have a lot of stuff on the plate going over. It's okay though. Anyway. I'm just going to start with Link. Drop this. Drop this. I just realized what I was listening to on the for the music. That's funny. I'm just continuing. I'm continuing the same music playlist I started last week, and kind of makes me laugh. Let us see. Link. Let's erase some of your body parts before we do that. Let's make a copy. And for Sheik, let's make another copy. Okay. I think this is the Gordo outfit. Did I say that right? Question mark. I just liked it because it showed off. Some of the main things that I wanted to show off in game. I wanted to get an outfit that actually was in the game and not just get his not necessarily infamous outfit, but his basic outfit. I really like it. But there is another outfit that is in the game that I will not talk about that I really do like. All I will say is that it helps you fall fast and fall with style, just like Buzz Lightyear. I really like that so much. Again, for the sake of no spoilers, I will not go into any more detail. I'll keep that like that. I almost forgot how to draw pointy ears. For the briefest of moments, I forgot how to draw pointy ears. I was like, huh, what type of species is Link? And I'm like, pointy ears, is he an elf? Question mark. Because I have no idea. Please, someone answer. I have no idea. God, this country music is actually getting on my nerves, and I like it so much. This is weird. Okay, cool. So you have the same idea then. I forget they're from I forget they're actually Hylians, but they're from Hyrule and stuff like that. I forgot about that. I just it just it screams elf, you know? I don't know what else to say. But the pointy ears are a giveaway to me at least, and their youthful appearance as well. But if you do actually explore part of the lore of the characters, apparently their kingdom has been around for thousands of years and stuff like that, so they actually could be descended from elves and stuff. But after a certain amount of time in the history and all that good stuff, they probably what's the word, moved away from that particular type of look, from maybe because of evolution or something. I'm not sure. Could be. That'll be interesting. I say that because that's something that's going on in the game. Not a spoiler, but I just wanted to say that because it's very cool. Is Hyrule person. That makes sense because a lot of Japanese words are literal sometimes. Well, not sometimes. Some of the Japanese words are literal, so that makes sense. I think so yeah, you got Pokemon, which is pocket monsters. So it makes sense how that would I'm over here just talking over. That makes sense. I give Hyrule person a pass. Let's see. Let's make this. No, birds are arguing outside again. I'm not sure if you can hear that. They usually get to arguing once the sun comes up. It makes me laugh a lot. It also reminds me that it's time to get up and get rolling. Let's see, what's that? That's that. Let's see, that stays there, that stays there. This goes here. I'll keep that there. And okay. I think we're done with Zelda here. Oh, that says Zelda. Link. These characters are interchangeable to me. I'm sorry. But I am starting to see why it's called Legend of Zelda now. But you know, I know nothing. I am just a regular human being who knows nothing of Nintendo's actions. There is no war in Boxing say, basically. Oh, my thing is lagging. Oh, that's funny. I'm not even drawing right now. Oh, that's funny. The thing doesn't keep up sometimes. I noticed that last week. So my I cast my iPad into OBS, and apparently there's enough lag for me to. Let me see. There's apparently enough lag that I can just like stop drawing for like 30 seconds, and then that happens. I think I've been using this app. I've been using this app for. Why is my nose so itchy? I've been using this app for about a year now, and it still does stuff like that. That's funny though. I gotta clear. Here it is. I still do like Sheik's outfit. I think Sheik is probably one of my favorite Zelda characters in general. Let's see. Maybe. No, it's probably my favorite one. Nope, that's not it. I started thinking about this outfit and drawing Sheik and Link together, just because I was like, huh, those are my two, preferred characters in the series. I'm like, all right, why not? Let's do that. I have absolutely no idea if Sheik is in the game or not, but I frankly don't care, because I completely forgot half the stuff that I knew about the character once I started looking up the character again. Shows you how much Zelda knowledge I know. That's all that's really the point I'm trying to prove. Also, I only know Sheik from Super Smash Bros. Trying to make sure you know that I'm not an expert. Let's see. Also, best part about Sheik, I don't have to worry about drawing a face or the other eye. Oh, it feels very good to not have to worry about any of that. One of the things that I spend the most time on when it comes to drawing is to make sure that the faces are good, because faces are still difficult for me even after all these years. Oh, shaky hands. Yeah, there's not too much you can do with like to help your shaky hands. You just have to get good and study that. However, I don't worry about clean line art. I see that now. I stopped worrying about clean line art a long time ago just because I don't care about it. Like this right here, this is the sketch layer that I work on. And last year I made a Procreate video. Sorry, I'm stretching my arm. I made a so Mama Luigi, I will show you right now. So let's see. So I have a So I have a regular brush right here that's just, it's a modified pen brush that I just, like, you know, I do all my stuff with it. So I ended up messing with the stabilization of the brush, and now I can do this type of stuff right here. It's the same brush, I just duplicated it and made a different amount of, I just transformed the stabilization. Now, depending on what type of art program that you have, you can actually do this yourself. In Procreate, it's super simple. So you would just click on the layer, click on the brush itself, go to stabilization, and then mess with the stabilization until you get what you want. That's one of the best and fastest ways that you can get smooth lines, as long as you take your time with it. Because there is some shakiness that'll still come through if you let it. But if you just go along with it after an amount of time, you'll be good. Boom. But this is something that I did a lot when I was in high school. And while I was developing my portfolio in high school for college, I realized a lot of the artwork was stiff, basically. Because I was trying to make sure the line, every single line, I was trying to make sure it was nice and clean, even though that's not something that you should do what you should do, let's see. Come on. You need to experiment with line weights. This is something I'm actually going to be. Come on. No. God, all of Procreate's videos are like 15 years old at this point. Anyway, I'm about to pull it up now. I'm actually going to link it. So, you need to experiment with your line weights and understand how to go from thick to thin, and then back to thin, and then back to thick as well. If you're able to do something like that, you can worry less about your shaky hands. Better bang for every. So then, Tiny Toons probably you can use to actually work on everything. And all you have to do is just not worry about. All you have to do is look for your. Come on, say it right. All you have to do is look for your stabilization settings in your brushes. If you're able to find that, then you will probably be good. Let me see. I'm trying to find the Procreate video before I get too distracted. Here it is. All right. Let's see. That's the first one. And then here's the second one. Oh, he has Jennifer Darnell's art in here too. That's a really good example for if you want Jasmine Darn. Lord, I forgot the name. Jasmine Darnell. Anyway, so I have 2 videos for you about line weight. So if you experiment with line weight and you mess around with it, especially with digital art, because you can always just erase and redo it again. But if you experiment with line weights, different thicknesses, different thickness and thin. Anyway, if you experiment with that, I'm getting all over the track. If you experiment with all of that, you'll definitely be able to mitigate the shakiness that your lines have after you make your first stroke. So for me, I have unsteady hands too. I actually broke my wrists when I was younger, and my handwriting has never recovered. But anyway, so what you do, in addition to all of that, you got to look at your line confidence as well. You got to practice short lines. You got to be able to go from here to here to here to here to here. Oh crap. Let me see. I just realized my thing is all over the place. All right, hold on. Let me reconnect my iPad for a second, because it apparently just said no, we're not going to do anything today. Oh, are we showing stuff now? Okay, anyway, so Mama Luigi, I drew this like 30 seconds ago, but apparently it took this too long. Anyway, I was drawing lines to show you the different line weights and variants, just so you can see. If you do this type of stuff, you will be able to have that line confidence that you're looking for, and not worry about how squiggly or scratchy your lines are, because that's not really the worst thing in the world, especially when it comes to art. All you have to do is just focus on how able you are, how often and how able you are to maintain a certain weight and thickness. So for these characters, you can see it all over the place, but the line weight it communicates value. It communicates the value of shadow, and it communicates the value of the shape and the form of the character as well. but you just have to, you got to know what you're looking for at that point. And it just comes from studying and doing it for a while. And honestly, I bet you're doing it now. You just don't know what the name of it is, which is okay. Most people don't know what shading is until they realize, oh yeah, that's when you add shadows, right? So it's kind of the same thing. Pop. Disconnect that for a second. Let's see. Come back here. And come back here. Come back here. I'm actually going to restart my program on my iPad just to actually let you all be able to see properly, because this thing hates to not work apparently. 1, and 2. There we go. Because the app relies on an internet connection, and because I don't want to be tethered to my computer while I'm doing all this, I use the internet connection to make sure that everything is done properly. All right. Okay. I got sidetracked. I had to take a phone call for 30 seconds. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying. So I was able to restart the iPad, so the latency is back up. Good, yay. Anyway, he said OpenTunes, not TinyTunes. Oh, that makes more sense actually. OpenTunes is probably that's the thing I want to do. Oh my god, animation is just so ridiculous. So anyway, I'm glad you remembered that. You had the right thing. I'm glad to hear that. Like OpenTunes and Toon Boom, that's the other one. Toon Boom, I think that's the one you got to pay for though. It's okay though. At this point, I would rather just look for an animator and pay them to animate the stuff that I need animated. Literally for the last year, I have been working on character sheets, and there it is. I was right here. Anyway, I've been working on character sheets and story. I literally just got to I literally this week just broke the 100-page mark of my it's my magnum opus. Basically, it's my magnum opus. It's a book that I have been really wanting to write for the past year, 4 or 5 years actually. So once I get that out the way, I will definitely be able to send that off to a animator once I commission them and actually get all that good final stuff out the way. because I refuse to give anybody an assignment, especially if I'm paying them and I don't have a reason and purpose behind it. I've gotten about 6 commissions this year. Is it 6? I've gotten about 6 commissions this year. All of them have been purposeful, and it's not just because, ooh, I want to see cool art. It's all a part of the grand scheme of me building the cinematic universe empire that I have in my head. Also, Mom Luigi, if you know any good animators that are open for commission, please send them my way. I'm not going to be doing anything right now, but in the future, I will plot out a 10-minute short film. The first 10-minute short film is going to be no dialogue because I don't want to hire a voice actor just yet if I don't have a concept and stuff in my head first. So, you know, I actually, and also on top of that, I love silent animation. That's something that I grew up on. Among other things, I grew up on silent animation. One of the best examples, not really, but it is Tom and Jerry. While that necessarily isn't a completely silent animation, there are no real voice actors for those characters. And then when there are, nobody likes it because Tom and Jerry don't talk, basically. Until they do, and then Warner Brothers gets mad at everybody for getting mad at them because like, what, you thought the characters didn't talk? Yeah, they talk, but whatever. It's fun. If you want some talking cartoon characters, that was when you went to Looney Tunes, and you know, you kept the consistency. There's a square right here. These shoes are completely different, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep it like that. Oh, here it is. Let's see. I'm still looking for areas to erase and all that type of stuff. Keep some of that. I'm probably going to color all these lines together as one shortly. We'll see. Oh, Babe Ruth. He truly is the man. Okay. Now, it is time for us to get to coloring. Zelda first. Link first. I forgot. I need a nap. Kanji. You mean my character, Kanji? The, the jellyfish? Is that what you're talking about? There's only one person on this planet I know who has a character named Kanji, and I need to make sure I'm not going crazy. Is that what you mean, Mama Luigi? Okay, I wasn't going crazy. Okay, cool. So you're talking about the Japanese symbol, well, character, I should say. Okay, cool. The sharp pen. How sharp is it? Is it a physical pen or is it a digital pen? No, I thought that. Oh, okay. Oh, five. Oh, wow, that's actually very sharp. I think that's I think that is actually point 0.5 on the if you were to convert that to being a actual a physical pen. I think that's actually about the same. Yeah, that's actually very sharp. I think I have a micron that's over here in my corner somewhere that actually does that. I think it's about that same length. Well, length that same sharpness. I think it is. Let's color these bands. Let's see, these are the same color here. Let us see. Oh, wait. That looks gray, so I want to assume that's green. Works for me. And then I decided to not put a gold piece on this one here. On this leg, so it shows a little bit. But I I kind of liked that it didn't show like that. Darn clouds just pass over my head like that. Let's see, we got gold. Gold boots. Let's see. There we go, much better. I like that. We'll come back to that a little later. Ooh, now that I think about it, Mama Luigi, if you can, if you aren't already doing it, or if you have some time later on, experiment with the stability of some of your brushes. If you like the sharp pen that you have, try to experiment with the stabilization of it. And if you don't want to mess anything up, try to make a duplicate of that brush, and then experiment with the stability of that secondary brush so you don't mess up any settings that you may or may not know how to get back to or anything like that. I say that because that's just a habit I got into doing. Whenever I want to experiment with something, I would just completely make something completely different so that I don't have to worry about going back to the settings. I do the same thing with layers too, especially in Procreate. But I do it in Procreate often enough to remind myself that I only have a certain amount of layers that I can use in Procreate. It's fun, but you know, it's something that you gotta be disciplined in doing. Oh yeah, let's see, this is a gray. I wonder if I should make it a green. I said it earlier, but I'm not sure if I actually want to do that now. I'm glad I chose green as the main color for the sketch work. Makes everything actually come together a little bit. I might color Sheik's layers in a little later. But other than that, I'm not sure. color his hair first. Because the hair is the same. It's a gold blonde. So now I have to figure out which shades of golden blonde I need to use, because his necklace is also going to be that same color. This is going to be fun. All right. Let's go ahead and let's do this now. Let's keep the consistency here. Let's keep it even now. It looks green. It doesn't look right. I've always tried to practice making golds and shiny armors, especially. Okay, good. You are testing out brushes. Great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not sure if you can download new brushes or anything for your program, but I highly recommend it if you can. Or if your program allows you to install Photoshop brushes, which are just ABR files, that's all it is. I can send you I think I've done it already, but anyway, I can send you a website where you can download brushes. I will do that in a couple of seconds. I'll just drop it right in the chat. Let's see. Where is it? No. DID. Found you. I've been using this website for 3 years, and the top still, I've been using this for 3 years, and the top, oh, they're popular, that's why. So yeah, the top ones are still up here. That's really funny. It's like nothing has changed. That's really cool. Anyway. Boom. All right. I have dropped the thingy thing in the chatty chat thing. Have fun with it. Uh-oh. Not you freezing on me again. We don't want that. Lord. We love when it happens, though. I didn't even want to stream this long. I just want to mess around and get some of these colors out the way and have this video on the channel, because I still want to get to the shark girl. I have one more. No, I don't. I have two more illustrations for mermaid, and we have We have 5 Wednesdays and 5. There we are. We have 5 Wednesdays and we have 5 Tuesdays in the month. I'm probably not going to stream on a Monday, but if I do, guess what? We still got time. I want to do all this in 1 month. Because I remember a while ago, actually, I drug some things over into 2020. 2020. I drug some things over into June, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do some different things, especially with characters. I ended up doing that a little bit more, but something that I want to do. I want to continue that little trend because summer is when I get the most busy when it comes to literally everything in life, apparently. Okay. Looking at Sheik's design before I start making something else. Link's hair actually looks brown here. Interesting. Okay, we're here. Let's see. Let's experiment with the coloring because I might. I like that. Don't want to make it too blonde. So when I get back around to it, I'm actually going to just go ahead and add some dirtiness to it. I always see Link as a dirty blonde anyway for some reason. Actually, most characters I see as dirty blondes, they're just pure blonde hair is just very odd for a character who you can always mess with the design of, especially eyebrows. Okay, that's the link here. That is definitely the link here. I gotta erase those lines. Yeah, I'm getting very fatigued out on this. But also, I have spent at least 10 hours on working on this already. So, woo. It helped to turn on a book and actually watch the walkthrough again. Just to have some fun with all of that. But that's okay. We'll get around to it later. Let's see. Yeah, next stream we're just gonna jump into the shark. I'll come back to this later. Have some fun with it. So for right now, I got a lot of the main colors laid out for Link. Let's not even try to cheat. Let's go ahead and add the rest of these. Ooh. That's, since that math is true. What's the math behind it? Let's see. 4 times 1.6. Ooh, it'll be 6.4. Okay. Yeah, I need to get something. Yeah, definitely gonna have to get something wider than that. I am thinking about buying another lens for my secondary camera for a wedding in a month now. I'm thinking about really if I need to do that or whether or not I should do it. I found a couple of reviews that I'm doing some extra research on, but I have to figure out all of the math behind crop sensor cameras again because I just completely forgot it one more time. But luckily I have a couple of photographers that I follow on YouTube who actually, reiterate the same stuff throughout most of their videos on different things. But again, it's the same information on a different product, but it still applies throughout everything. So I'm always being constantly reminded for it. And the reminders are never really unwelcome. So I was just thinking about the math behind what the lens is going to be able to do for me. I may or may not buy it this week and just have it next week. Thank God for Amazon Prime, I'll be honest with you. Amazon Prime is really cool when you actually use it. That's all I gotta say. see you, cat. And she sees a bird. Don't eat the bird, please. The bird flew away, never mind. Yeah, drawing the randomness and the random stuff and erasing. Yeah, that's basically all you have to do. I don't blame you for. Dang it. Yeah, my hand just hit the undo button, so I had to accidentally erase. But still, never really a bad thing of practicing that. I've learned in my courses that when it comes to digital work, you never really want to erase because erasing is a very destructive action when it comes to digital art. So some of the best things that you can do when it comes to working on something is to not necessarily erase, but to draw over it or smudge it and then keep it there. Your mileage may vary when it comes to something like that, but I've learned that erasing is just a very destructive thing in art because you might have. So this is actually a good example. So I may mess up coloring here. And then if I start erasing, I'm actually erasing onto like the entire canvas itself. That's just something that I've learned. So you got to be careful with that. So a good way to mitigate erasing, especially when you're coloring like this. Oop. So obviously the undo button can help. So here, so now we have skin here, and now instead of erasing the skin, I'm just gonna draw over the skin, and that's really it. Like this is basically the principle that I learned about non-destructive erasing, which is just drawing over it with another pen. I've learned that, and then I carried it over into a couple of other things as well, and it honestly helped. It helped a lot more than I expected it to, but it did take me a year to really figure out all of that, so I don't blame you at all. Just keep drawing. That's the main lesson of today. Just keep drawing. Yep. Create something amazing. You never even have to go through erasing. That's actually why I'm so glad the Apple Pencil doesn't have an eraser on the other end of it. I think the first generation Apple Pencils did, but I can't confirm that because I don't have one. This is the second gen. So I say that because some styluses, they have the eraser on the front, on the back, and also you can just click the eraser with this one. So you just flip it around and start erasing. I really feel like that's an awesome tool to have when you have a stylus and you're working in digital art. However, it is something that can get you if you use it too much. My Wacom tablet has the same functionality, which is really cool, but something that I never really used. But I did realize as I was doing the Wacom tablet review all those years ago, you can actually program the eraser button, the eraser button on the very front, the back end of the pen, into another brush. So that's actually what I ended up doing for a little bit of time before I gave the tablet to my dad. Really cool. Really cool concept. How about that? That was the Wacom Cintiq. It was the Wacom Cintiq 22. It's a little darker here. A little darker here. Here. A little darker. That's a. That's not correct. That's how it looks in the hard lighting, so I need that. There we go. There we go, that's much better. These colors are really hard to match. And everything looks very saturated. So I'm gonna have to play with that once I'm actually done coloring all of this. Oof. I'm not sure if this is actually a solid color, this circle on the top of Link's hand, but I'll leave it like that. I'm just dark now, once again. Gonna have to change my batteries in a little bit. It's good to know. I'll take a break for a second as well. 1 and 2%. Wow. 3% battery. 3% battery on my camera out of 200. Very funny. I'd say we got another 10 minutes. Nope, never mind. Alright, changing battery. We have returned. I had to check my car too. Do a couple of things. So that was much needed time for a break. Oh yeah, I remember Lazy Porch. God, I haven't heard this one in a long while. I finally made it to Sheik, and we're having a little bit of fun with everything. Just trying to figure out all the proportions and pieces of things that I want to add on to everything, but I'm not too sure right now. I actually am thinking about stopping now just to figure out where everything else needs to go. I've had a lot of trouble with the background because I just don't even know what I want to use for the background right now. Like, I got a couple idea of floating cities and stuff like that, but I'm not too sure. I might take a page from another illustration I did back in November just to figure out how I want to do all this, because I'm missing a couple of foreground elements too. I feel like I want to add those into it, but I'm not too sure. Also, I need to change these purples to something that, let's see, what's the opposite? I need to turn, oh yeah. Let me do that now, actually, since I'm thinking about it. Let me see how that's going to look. And plus, I have a, let's see. So, that's the color. Let's see. That's not right. I think that looks good. That's better. Okay, it's coming out. I think that might be something I want to use for the next part of this. I like it though. Yeah. Yeah. I was talking all this work, and then you can't even see what I was talking about. This app does good for 5 minutes. 5 good old minutes, and now does nothing. There we go. So these were purple, but now I feel like I'm gonna make them orange for right now. I actually like that too. That's interesting. Not too sure though. But again, I have an idea for some foreground elements that I need to add. That's definitely going to be something that needs to be done. No, that's not what I needed it to do. There's too much open space here for a little bit of composition. I think I might have to redraw Sheik's harp too. Ooh, this could be that character that has the fish for the head. I will not tell you who that is. I like that. Accidental making of stuff. I like that. So let's add a nose here. No, that's not right. That's another thing we got to worry about with line weight. I'll keep that like that for right now. I don't know. Also, I'm probably gonna have to change this color. I like it though. I was thinking about adding something else to the edges to push the composition towards the characters, but now I might have to make them a little bigger. I see it though. I see it. That's okay though. That's all right. All right, for right now, I'm gonna call it there just because why not? Also, an hour 53 minutes makes good timing. All right. So, with all that being said, thank you all for watching the stream and tuning in, all that good stuff, and having a little bit of fun with me. I hope you had a little bit of inspiration to draw some more stuff later on, just like I kind of am wanting to. I just don't want to draw this right now anymore. So, that sounds so mean-spirited. Yeah, that's about right though. That's literally all I can say. So, with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other good YouTube stuff that YouTube tells me to tell you and all that other stuff. The glove is coming off now. So, let's see. I think that's it. I may or may not want to do a stream this week. If I do, it'll be the Shark Girl. I have to actually color her. I have a mask that I put together, and I have some more assets for her to do later. I have some more assets to add on to it. I want to get another school of fish too. I'm saying all this now because I've kind of already done most of it, but I'm thinking out loud at this point. So yeah, we'll see. Again, with all of that, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I will see you all later.